It's hot.
Hi. Say hi.
Maine Nana Bear hasn't watched the video.
Oh, that's okay. She's got her hands full.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, Mr. Jim's already told him, so we can just skip it.
They should have watched the video.
We'll give everybody a few minutes.
Hey, y'all. I'm trying to pull it up like I always do.
That's all right. We'll give them a few minutes.
I like to be able to see who. There it goes.
Hey, Heidi.
I like to be able to see who's coming and going.
Okay. Y'all make sure when you get on, hit the like button.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely hit the like button. There's Angie with a good day. I'm Andy, sorry. With a good day.
Hi, Carol.
I never can say that right.
Good day. Good day, mate.
Carol says cold in Arkansas. It's cooling off here again, but
it was 73 degrees today.
It was beautiful today.
It was. If you saw my reel on Facebook, well, I did it on YouTube too. You saw that we had a beautiful morning after a gross day.
It was a rough start this morning.
It was.
Good gracious.
Oh,
I had to give it a few minutes before I left for work. I didn't actually leave on time. It was
coming fluid. Cliff, Sharon, Missy.
Hey, y'all.
Rachel, Darlene, everybody.
The numbers are off. We got all these people watching, and we don't have any like buttons. Y'all start hitting the like button.
Hey, Colleen.
All right. So, how many on here have already watched the video? Because I saw a question asked about what was going on. So, hopefully, y'all have seen it. She likes your hat.
Thank you. I actually just got out of the shower and my hair's wet. I wasn't going to tell anybody that, but my hair is wet. I brushed it down and it's not fixed, so I just threw my hat on. I like this black hat that came with.
Diana left Florida, went home to Ohio. I bet that's a temperature change.
Oh, goodness.
There's plenty that say. I think you're all right, Maiden Nana Bear. You got your hands full a little bit. But
that's right.
Yeah, we had a little excitement on the farm for the video this week. And Zoe missed it. She was not happy.
Yeah, I was not expecting when I told Gypsy she looked like she was going to have them babies any day. That meant in the next hour.
Yeah, we did not know that.
She did. We've been talking about her hind end looked like it was going to push out babies anytime now for a week.
Well, I had said.
And it looked less swollen.
Her milk sac was huge. And I'm like, she looks like she's about to pop.
Yeah.
She better have some babies soon or we're going to have to milk her.
Yeah.
It looked horrible, like she had to be in pain.
But the Nigerian dwarfs, and she's also Nubian, so they're high milk yielding anyway. They are great for milking.
Yeah. So I had been working a little bit at the other end of the pasture at the top end, setting their fence up to move.
We had no clue.
I get on the tractor and top the hill, and there's a baby down there. Oh, God, there's two babies down there. And the ground is wet, and I mean, I was minutes behind. I'm going to catch it on video one of these days, guys. I'm going to get you some kind of video. We missed pigs. You missed Peggy's litter by a few minutes.
Ooh, yeah, it wasn't long.
And I had to have missed the goats
Yeah,
Not more
no,
than 10 minutes. They were still wet.
I was gonna say they probably had steam still coming off of them, but
Well, if it'd
that's
been cooler, they
gross.
would have. But I am going to get video one day of something being born out there.
We will.
We have missed several animals just by minutes.
You would think as long as a human goes through labor, we're out there that much.
Oh,
but
no.
her labor was less.
She was
it had
done.
to be 20 minutes at the most.
She was done.
She wasn't arched or anything while we were up there messing around.
She wasn't laying down. Nothing.
But
And
she's a good mama.
poof, there's babies. 2 of them.
Two,
It's
I
like
know.
it's not like I just missed one. Both were there and done.
Yes. That's the good thing I like about goats too, though, is their first one is typically a single birth, and then after that, it's uncommon, I think, to have a single birth. It's usually doubles or triples.
Yeah.
So
They both commented it was glad they weren't in the cold snap. Me too.
Ooh.
And we were actually concerned about that and watching for it.
Yes,
we were paying close attention to that because it was
trying to make sure we wouldn't have to intervene or anything, because we were going to set up the livestock trailer if it came down to that and drag it up to the top where we've got electricity with
put heat lamps
and straw down. And
we actually did that last year with broilers. That's why we're not raising broilers during the winter again. We had like 2 nights of ice. It was going ice. It was sleet and rain. It was miserable. It
was terrible.
And we're out there loading broilers into a livestock trailer, pulling them to where we had power and hanging heat lamps on broilers. Never again.
That's when we decided we will not raise them through the winter.
We had like 4 bags of shavings in the livestock trailer.
If you know anything about meat birds, no matter how clean they are, they stink.
It took forever to clean out. He said Rhett wants to name. Rhett has not mentioned naming either of them, Jeff, that I know of.
He hasn't. I'll just be honest. He likes them. They're cute, but he's got all these new trucks that he is.
He is running around the pasture.
Run around the pasture with all of them, with all his trucks. He's so busy making pits and holes and paths, and
he got a ton of trucks for Christmas, and he is all up. Most of them are probably out in the pasture somewhere. He's got toys all over the farm, so some of them probably have been left. But
I went through just yesterday. Was it yesterday today was our first day. So it's today while we were doing chores, and I was just picking up trucks as I was riding around. Where him and his brothers drug everything out.
He's been a little busy for naming, but he has not mentioned naming one, Jeff.
No, but we are going to do Gus.
You are going to name one Gus?
Yeah, Gus. From Cinderella. Gus.
All right, there you go, Jim. She's naming one of them Gus.
It is. And it'll probably be the one that looks like Chester, because I wanted to name it Gus.
You might as well.
So we got a brown
one.
Well,
Eleanor from Head Family Farm joined me in naming him Chester. So no, we got away from Chester on that one. She joined me, and
now this one looks. See, it was meant to be. Hey, this one looks just like. This one looks like Chester, it does look like so Chester. It can be Gus. And then we'll have the brown one, the brown and black one to name.
Well, y'all, we've got a decision to make. You know that we just made a trade to get Holly. We took Oliver and Bucky to another farm.
Right.
And that farm doesn't care how many bucks they have.
Right.
They're all out in one big pasture and just doing what goats do. But our thing is controlling our breeding and our timing better. So we are trying to decide, do we sell these to when they're old enough. I'm not talking about right now, they would be weaned. Do we sell them to minimize the number of bucks there, or do we weather them and keep them? What do y'all think?
If we're going to keep them, they will
If
be
we're keeping them, they
abandoned.
have to be weathered.
Right. We can't have our bucks
Well,
outnumber
Bucky
our
and
breeding.
Oliver went to the other farm because we also had Chester coming in behind Jingle. So that's way plenty. And we don't need to
Right.
overrun the place with bucks.
Right. If we
So,
had more females, it'd be a different story.
yeah, but we don't have enough to need that many. So I wanted to see some opinions.
Yeah, I thought about that myself.
But if they stay, they've got to be weathered.
Yeah. And they're cute. They are so cute. But we are not here to raise all male goats.
No. And I've got a question on here. See, I like questions. That gives me something to talk about.
That's right.
Depending on if you are planning for them to be meat or pets.
Right.
Well, here's your answer. We're not raising any goats for meat currently.
Right.
And that's not why we have Nigerian dwarfs.
Hey, Papa's Kitchen.
We went with Nigerian dwarfs, number one being smaller and easier to handle, but they are really, really good milk goats.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a sale in there,
Mm-hmm.
and we've got a keep and keep one and whatever. I guess they could fall into that category of pets, as she mentioned, but they still have a job. So
Yes.
that's why I said if we keep them, we will weather them because they'll be there to clear, eat, brush, and stuff like that.
Johnny came with.
Johnny was already with
a packet. He was a package deal when we got Gypsy and Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
He came with them, and he's weathered, and he is an awesome goat.
He is absolutely one of the better goats we have as far as behavior wise.
Yes,
he doesn't
so calm.
He's really calm. Now he will wander out if you let him, but he doesn't go anywhere. I mean, we can open the fence. He's gonna stay right there. He's just gonna get out. Yeah. I have seen him jump the fence. So apparently he can get out anytime he wants to.
That's right.
He just doesn't choose to.
And he stands on everything as high as it can.
He loves to get up.
The others don't. The others don't climb like he does.
Well,
nobody climbs.
He doesn't have any Nigerian dwarf in him. He's newbie.
Oh.
He's a bigger goat. Even Gypsy is a cross between Nigerian dwarf and
that's why she's
Nubian.
Bigger than the others.
Johnny is just Nubian, so he climbs and jumps.
And right now, I wouldn't mind banding them, keeping them, because we got goats for a purpose, and that was for clearing brush.
That's correct.
So, unless we were getting into breeding, maybe we should.
But we have bucks if we're going to breed them.
Right.
We have those. We will keep any of our girls that come, but that means as we're breeding, we will rotate our bucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that's what everybody's agreeing. We initially got goats to rotate around the pasture, the perimeter of the pasture, to clear the
Papa's Kitchen. Don't sell your farm.
That's right. That's what made me think about it. Well, they are They're workers.
They are workers. The only problem with the Nigerian dwarfs is they don't reach as high.
Yeah.
Johnny is the only one that really gets up and clears very high, and he will stand just as tall as he can on his back legs to reach other limbs they can't get to. But they still have a purpose. It's just that the males, I would keep females and continue breeding, to continue building our herd. But the males, it's either going to be weathered and stay there to clear, or
Right.
we'll sell them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she just pointed out you could keep and sell at a later date. That's true too.
It is. We
And
yeah.
yes, you're mentioning you have to make sure you have different females. If you do end up with a cross, it can exaggerate any bad traits they have. So
Right.
that's something we don't want to do.
Right. Yeah. If
So
you
that's
have
why I mentioned we would have to rotate our bucks.
Yes, and that was one reason we were okay with Oliver rotating out, is because he has been bred a few times and it was time to get another buck in there.
It was time for Oliver to
And he's got
move
plenty
on.
to share.
He does. Oliver's very good. It's a job you want him for.
Yes, he is. Wendy said, personally, they'll only keep 2 bucks and all new bucklings will be sold. We will keep doelings because with having 2 bucks, I can breed them together.
That's correct. And that's why we're keeping
we're
2 bucks. We've got Jingle, and Chester will be growing into that position. We had considered keeping Bucky for that, but when Chester was born,
but
he took the farm name.
You know what I was thinking?
What?
If Daisy has a boy, that one will not be related to them at all. In any line will not be related.
He'll still be Oliver's. You'd have to get Red's approval to sell goats. So you ain't selling.
Yeah, no, he wants to keep everything.
He wants to keep everything. He wants to keep all the baby pigs, all goats.
Maybe Daisy won't have a boy. We need some girls. But it's like Daniel he had a year of boys.
He did. Out of 9, he had like 6 boys.
Yeah, they had a year of boys. They didn't have a lot of babies either this year. So I think we've done good for our first year. We just had a bunch of boys.
We did. I had a lot of boy pigs too.
Yeah.
It was a lot of boys.
I wonder if you artificially inseminate something if you get to pick the gender. Does that work like that?
I don't think so.
I bet that's why it costs so much.
No, baby.
Oh. Oh, really? I guess if you did that, then pigs would have all girls. Everybody would always want to have all girls.
Well, probably. I would assume.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't think you get to choose. I may be wrong. I mean, there's a lot of technology out there, but I don't think that's part of it.
You would think they'd be able to take that cell and be able to see what it is before they go. See? She says she saw several videos of cows where they pick. Oh. But Miss Dawn said not with animals, but yes, with humans.
Well, maybe you can with cows. I don't know.
Miss Jody said it's 69 degrees in Sydney, which is 54 in Alabama. So, I bet it's about what that was today.
Good.
That's what it was today. See,
Papa's Kitchen says they think they do it for racehorses. That technology could be out there, maybe. I don't know. But is it there for pigs? Well, is it there for something you have a whole litter of?
Instead of single birth.
Yeah. You're talking about horses and cows. I'm assuming you might could do that, but can you do it for something that has a whole litter? Where's Google?
I'm going to have to Google
Don't Google it while we're on the live. You look it up later. You watch Miss Sue or somebody's going to Google it and tell you.
Let me know. Let me know about that because...
But she said she's seen videos of cows where they were doing it.
It would be worth the money if you were able to pick the gender of a litter of pigs.
I don't think you would be able to pick a whole litter, though.
I don't think so either, because they would have to put that many cells.
I don't know. It doesn't seem to me like you'd be able to do it for something that has a litter.
Dawn said it's warm there. It's in the 30s to 40s.
I guess that is warm for Maine.
I don't know. I've never been anywhere close to there.
We may have to make a trip to the Northeast one day.
Don't they have lobster there?
Maine lobster?
Is that right?
Yeah. There's a food truck called Maine Lobster. So I would assume so.
Okay.
I mean, they're probably not like we have mosquitoes. But...
Well, I'm not going to tell you what my second question was because I answered it for myself.
Miss Sue says, I say just be surprised.
Me too. I like it better that way. I was going to ask you if that's where the Jersey Shore is, but that was in Jersey.
I don't know where Jersey Shore is.
In Jersey.
Well, I assume so, but I don't know that.
Where's the place that's got the long wooden pier with the Ferris wheel that I see in movies?
Isn't that New York?
I don't know. Where? Never mind. My mind's just running.
This is a blind moment, my dear. Cliff says if you could, he don't think it will be cheap. It's probably not.
Oh gosh, probably not. You probably never make your money back on it. New Jersey.
Christina, she has plenty of blonde moments. Don't you worry.
Well, I was just thinking about that movie with Bette Midler.
Carolyn says it's called Sexed Semen.
Well, that makes
sense.
But
Carolyn, is that for just animals that's having like one? Like a cow or a horse? Because I saw y'all mention cows. I saw someone mention Papa's Kitchen said race horses. But I don't know that you could do it for something that has a whole litter. 60 in Ohio today, but 32 now. That come on down.
Yeah, Andy. We're both geographically challenged. She was telling me that she was in the northern part of...
She only saw it on dairy farms, so...
That makes sense.
It makes sense that you would want to control it on a dairy farm because males are not doing you any good.
Yeah. She said it's okay. Mamas get a pass. Mamas running farms. They don't live on get double pass. You can always go by grandma's wives' tales.
If you're running a farm you don't live on, you get double pass. That's what she's saying.
Oh,
you get even double excuses if you running a farm you don't live on.
That means I'm running two households, a farmhouse and a house.
She said all she could do so far on Google is yes for bovines, so that'd be cows. Yes, I could understand that, especially like she mentioned on dairy farms. You would want to control that if possible. But I'm not. I don't know. I'm still not thinking.
She said you can always go by grandma's wives' tale. Make the receiving womb alkaline for girls or acidic for boys. It worked for her. That would take some research on how to.
That would take a lot of research, Zoe. We couldn't make it through castrating. You think we're going to start artificially inseminating?
Nope. Because when I watched them at Sheridan Park Farms to do that one time, and I said, we're gonna just do it naturally. You
can't do Sandra's role. Sandra was having to collect urine samples from pigs, and then that's Sandra's something else.
But no, when they were doing the insemination, I didn't realize it took so much of a corkscrew action to.
Yeah, if y'all have ever wondered how it's done, Sheridan Park has some very interesting videos because they do it. They do all this stuff for real.
Yeah, Miss Sue, she said probably cost you $50,000 a count. Yeah, you never get your return out of it, but you get the sex you want. I mean,
she found an article saying you can pick the sex of your puppies
before artificial insemination. The puppies have got to be worth a lot of money. You've got to be able to sell them for a lot of money.
It's an interesting thought. It is. It's an interesting thought. But I don't know that I'm going to put the kind of research and money and effort into worrying about getting a whole litter of 10 pigs all be female. It would be
Right.
worth it to you so we didn't ever have to castrate again.
Yeah. If I never had to do that again, I'd roll in the mud and give you a hug.
Her grandpa ran a stud ranch for bulls back in the 80s. That'd be an interesting job.
No.
Pawpaw's Kitchen is taking a terrible turn. We started with baby goats.
Well, yeah, Mr. Jim said just stick to nature. That's it.
That's why I have boars. I have not done the whole AI thing with pigs.
We've talked about
it's
it.
an option out there, but that's why I have boars. I let the boars do the
Running
job.
around with a turkey baster and hollering, "Here, piggy, piggy." That's what I tell them already. Piggy, piggy.
Christina asked, do they ban castrate pigs? So I've had that question come up several times.
Mm-hmm.
We had several people ask it when you posted the castration video.
Right.
We did do some reading up on that, and there seems to be a split.
Right.
Some research says yes, you can. But I think the pigs might have been a little older, maybe.
I was just going to say, I think, Cliff said, see, I didn't even bring up the pigs.
Well, somebody else did, Cliff, so here you go. But
I think that if we had waited a couple more weeks, they would be a little more apparent and it would be easier.
But I also read some about banding where they were doing it the same age as the recommended castration age.
No.
And I don't know that we could have got bands on some of them.
Yeah.
Just anatomically. We could not have gotten bands on them.
The difference in the first 2 litters and the second litter was it was only about a week, right? Or
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And there was a big difference.
There was a huge size difference in that 2 weeks.
Yes.
But there was more research reading, and I'm not talking about I put it on Facebook and asked folks. I was going to agricultural school sites and reading research, and there were some that actually said, do not, under any circumstances, do not ban pigs. And then I was reading like a feedback on those saying our farm has done them all our lives, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if we'd ever tried or not.
Yeah. See, Wendy said she thinks it would be hard as heck to ban pigs because there's nothing there hanging.
There's not until they're on older. Now look. Right.
Without being graphic,
I don't know what kind of angles you've ever gotten of Henry and Babe. They'd be easy to ban.
Oh yeah. Look, he said Papa's Kitchen said he'll mail me a turkey baster if I'll make a video.
Y'all have no idea how much I have to edit already. I'm not repeating what Christina said.
She knows nothing about pigs' hangings. Well, let's say a 700-pound pig's hangings is a big deal.
Put your head over here. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
Look at you trying to be funny. Here's the truth.
She wouldn't even let me edit out the part that Rhett did. Where he said what we were going to be doing. I said, Zoe, we can't post on there where he's talking about cutting off pig balls. She said, you better not cut that out.
I said, everybody's going to love it. I think we will weather them just because the place we're at right now on our farm. Oh, Jim, not the pigs. We're going back to the goats.
No, he said whether his 2 nephews.
Because where we are right now,
that's really the direction I'm leaning.
Yes.
The castrated pigs are doing incredibly well.
Yeah.
No issues.
Everybody's
no
healing.
Redness, no swelling.
Jason said, "Never seen a pig's parts."
Well, I was trying not to be too graphic, Jason. That's the only way I could think to say it. But yeah, they would be really easy to band. I don't know how big of a band you'd have to use.
But yeah, goat wise, I think where we're at on the farm right now, we're not in it for the breeding. The breeding is a benefit. We're just expanding our herd for free.
That's right.
But we need all the munchers we can get, because that's less tractor work, less equipment work,
that's right.
less hands-on than we have to.
He saw Rhett checking out the sex of the new.
Y'all, he don't. We don't.
He is pure farm boy.
He is. We don't hide that kind of stuff. We just tell them like it is. They're all like that. They've seen it all, and he don't care.
Nope. It doesn't bother him in the least.
He don't.
We have hidden nothing from him on that farm, including death, processing.
We couldn't if we wanted to, because he's so curious.
He asked lots of questions.
Miss Dawn asked if I'm going to milk the mamas. Using milk for other things. Yes. That was a big draw for the type of goats we have. As you saw, Gypsy's milk bags are massive, and they will stay that way for a long time.
As long as we keep
they will. If you keep milking, she'll keep producing, just like anything.
Well, they have to be milked twice a day.
Yes.
They have to be, or it's just too much.
Yeah.
They're heavy producers.
Yeah.
But yes, that's the plan.
We've never done it before. That's another learning curve we're in.
Just another video. Because everything we do is the first time.
It is. It really is. And your first time turns into a lot of time.
Yeah. Except chickens. We've done them by the hundreds.
But we had a first time.
We did.
That first time I squalled.
You didn't squall as bad as you did in castrating.
Well, yeah. That was a whole nother thing. That's right. Facts are facts. That's right, Pawpaw. Nubians give a huge amount versus yes.
And Gypsy is a mix of the two.
She actually looks more Nubian than she does Nigerian.
She looks like a short Nubian.
Yeah.
She's just a small, short Nubian.
Yeah. And she's so sweet. I love her. She's such a good goat.
But I don't think I would ever shy away from Nubians just because of the experience we've had with her and Johnny.
No, if anything, I would lean more into the Nubian because I like the full-size goat.
Yeah.
Mr. Jim said his parents always said those cows were just riding piggyback, but we knew better.
I don't remember how Rhett worded that the first time he saw the pigs. He had some way he worded it.
Oh, I don't even know.
And I don't remember what it was, but it was very matter of fact.
Yeah.
And he's very matter of fact about things.
It might have been to the point of their breeding.
I don't know if that's the way he worded it. I couldn't remember, but
yeah,
he usually explains stuff to his brother.
Miss Lucy said when you live on a farm, things are more realistic. Is it windy or is there something out there?
Probably windy.
Miss
Terry had just asked what kind of goat has no ears, and then right behind her, Maine Nana Bear said she had mini Lamachas. That's which one? That's the one that doesn't have ears. Terry is the Lamacha.
Uh-huh.
That's what
Lamacha. I always put an N.
It's got an N, I think.
I don't know.
But that's the kind that Cattywampus has.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
If Jason at Cattywampus Acres over in Atlanta has those.
Yeah. He just hit 50,000.
No, 10,000.
50,000.
Jason.
I saw something about
hit 10,000 subscribers.
That's right.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
and he is
They
such
are
a nice guy.
good people. We actually met them in Oklahoma, him and his daughter, for the first time.
The first time, yeah.
And then they came. No, we met them at Pedals.
Was Pedals before Oklahoma? I don't remember which was first.
No, Oklahoma was first.
Okay.
And then we met him again at Pedals, where he was one of their YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we went down to Florida, Mackenzie and what's his daughter's name?
Yeah.
His daughter, they hooked up and were just.
Yeah, they were kind of hanging out in Milton, but he's a super nice guy, and I was so happy. Look, I can't wait for us to get there, and we may not ever. But he said the same thing. He said he never saw it happening,
That's right.
And he hit 10,000, and it was that's really great.
Hi, Miss Billy.
She said probably does. I'm too tired to spell.
Oh, bless it.
I have not seen Wes and Angie milk their goats yet.
I hadn't either. I'm going to ask
might
her
have heard
about
them talk about it, but you need to ask Angie about that.
She sent me a picture of a flower she had blooming today.
Jason wants us to get some fainting goats and set up a webcam. I would probably do that.
You would.
I probably would. That seems like what I need to do.
Yeah.
I would love to have little fainting goats, but then I would spend all my time out there opening umbrellas and stuff.
Where's Nick? Oh, he's just making the goats faint.
He's out there opening an umbrella, making the goats fall over.
Well, he's making the goats faint.
Yes, Terry Brooke is planning on milking hers. She's already got the stand and all.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I need a stand, and that's
I found a guy locally that builds them, and I'm going.
That's right. Yep. That's right. I forgot about that.
Hey, Renee.
Yeah.
She said there's an old video. Yeah, so I haven't seen it. I don't think I've heard them talk about it. I might have just missed it. I don't know. But yeah, we're definitely headed that direction if everything works out right.
That's something else I would like to add to our.
Wendy's goat is half fainting goat. That would be funny. Does just like two legs lock up?
I was just about to say, does only half of him faint?
I was just wondering if
and
only two legs
follows.
Well, they look. Every once in a while, it doesn't take effect completely, and
yeah, that's right.
They'll only half lock up anyway.
Miss Terry, we have not hit 5,000. We are at 3,006. So we've kind of plateaued a little bit.
Yeah, we're kind of hanging around that right there at the 3,000 range.
Yeah. 5,000 is the next goal.
Jim said, "Are you planning on building a shed?" Wait, it moved on me. Are you planning on building a shed to store round bales in? I was curious if you could build a lean-to behind your barn you use for your tractor. We've talked about that, yes. We've talked about adding to the existing barn just to get some more equipment under it, and have talked about putting a lean-to off that one side for hay. Yeah. Right now, we just buy the round bales as we're going to put them out.
Yeah.
And
we have what we call the barn now is just
it's just a shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tractor shed. That's all it's
for. And it's full. It's full of tractors and stuff, all of our fencing and all, and it's time for us to that's one of our big purchases is going to be first a house, and then we need a big barn. We really do need a barn with walls.
It's coming.
A dry place. It is.
That's coming.
It is. And a dry, just a dry place that we can store large amounts of stuff. I would like to have some stalls on it, just one or two, nothing major, that we can, if we had to bring somebody in for babies or sickness or anything, we have somewhere that we can do that. We're not having to make shift.
Yeah. And all that's coming. That's just gonna take time. But that farm was very, very raw.
Mm-hmm.
My dad built that tractor shed just to put his tractor under. He had all his equipment under it, and we have so much crap now. We have
Yeah,
to
that's right. Yeah,
we have to move stuff around.
right. Let's see.
I
Oh, I didn't know they had a half fainting goat. I was just talking to Cassie earlier. Was it today? Yesterday. I talked to her yesterday.
and they have a half fainting goat.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't either. I mean, I know they got goats.
I did too know that. I think it fell over on one of the recent video.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Miss Lucy McKenzie would love to make soap.
That would probably be right up her alley.
When we went to Oklahoma, she just would sit and talk with the soap makers.
She did do that. I forgot about that. When we were at the Okie Homesteading Expo, she spent all her time in there talking to those people that were making soap and smelling different ones.
Yeah, she would love it. We are starting a pole barn next few months once Alan's finished traveling for work. Blue Cactus Dairy Goats has some cheese making videos and soap making videos. See, that's right.
Well,
up my
I saw
alley. That's
someone
things that I would
else.
like to expand.
Papa's Kitchen was saying somebody else that was
Zion
at Broken
Creek.
Arrow.
Uh-huh.
So they were at the Creators Conference.
I believe that I have some soap from them.
You might.
I think I was given some.
You might. Terry said Country View Acres has a herd of fainting goats. So I feel bad for fainting goats because of why they were bred.
It's a neurological.
No, they were bred for one reason. You put fainting goats with your herd of
because it sacrifices.
Yes.
Rather than taking.
When a predator comes through, when they get scared, they freeze up and they're an easier target.
Prey. Yeah.
I would not use them for that.
No.
I can't. That's why I have Heidi. Heidi handles predators.
Mm-hmm.
But that is what they were bred for.
Yeah, I knew that.
Your more valuable goats can escape, and
the fainting goat takes
freezes and is basically a sacrifice.
Right, that's the word I was looking for. Lucy said one of Angie's girls makes it, and they should talk. Her and Mackenzie, yes.
Yeah, they could. See,
Mackenzie would get along really well with the Blair girls.
And Christina and Sue, that's why I couldn't use them for that, because they would amuse me.
Jason,
they would have to stay.
Rabbit hole.
Jason, do you know how many rabbit holes we go down on this channel? We stay in a rabbit hole.
Well, do you know how many rabbit holes we go down not while we're on the screen?
Yeah, they should see it when the camera's not on. Jim, the fainting goats would not be for that purpose. But I already got one more dog that's going out there with them. So if I ever got a fainting goat, it would strictly be for my amusement.
Let me just talk about little old Holly.
You go ahead and talk about little old Holly.
She ain't no little old nothing anymore. She's only like this big now.
Well, that's what she looks like, dry, because
I was gonna say
her hair.
But she's not that big. That's just
she's
how
got
wide
a
her hair is.
Full body afro.
She is just this puff that walks around. Her body's only like this long, but she's just this big puff ball that walks around. And she hates being inside.
She will not come in the house.
Not on her own will.
Mm-mm. So I was seeing a lot of posts on Facebook, people concerned about their animals with fireworks. I saw Lester dealing with some idiot shooting a gun across his pasture.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people were dealing with stuff like that. So Zoe says, "Hey, I hear fireworks. You need to go let Holly in."
And we live in town. So we have neighbors around that do that.
Yeah. I opened the door and Holly was sound asleep on the doormat.
Yeah.
Gone. She won't come in the house. Last night we had tornado warnings.
Oh, she's here.
She wouldn't come in the house. She'll come in long enough to eat and drink, and she goes back to the door wanting to go back outside.
And barks at the door because she wants to stay outside.
She wants to be outside.
We say that
So
she's barking outside now at the door.
that's because she's hungry. But
And she loves the chickens.
I'm really concerned. I don't want her to be too small to stay at the farm, but she loves it out there and she doesn't want to come back to the car when it's time for us to leave. You know, Bandit, we open the door and say up, and he gets in the car.
Yeah.
He's in, ready to go. He don't care. Holly's out. She don't want no part of it. You want to open the door and let that heathen in?
Talking about her. She's barking at something out there. Come here, Holly. Come on, Holly. Come here, Holly. Come here, Holly. Come here. Let me see her, Mac. So Miss Terry said, when will we move her hand her to Daddy?
Don't hand her to me.
Hand her to Daddy.
That thing's heavy.
She is heavy.
God,
there she is.
This ain't no puppy.
There her is. There's Holly. Her
that
is
ain't no
not
puppy.
Little girl no more. Her is big girl now.
Yeah.
Yes, her is big girl. Yeah. So when will I move her to the farm?
Well, that's the thing is
she's
still so young. I don't want to rush it, but that's where she wants to be.
It is.
And while she's young, I want her to start learning from Heidi.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's that debate's out there too. It's kind of like weathering goats. It's everything. We're in a debate right now.
Thought about starting to take her and leaving her during the day.
Yeah, she's grown. She's grown a lot.
I've thought about taking her and leaving her during the day, bringing her home in the evenings, because don't want.
She's too small to leave out there all night.
Yeah.
Yet, to me, I think she is.
Yeah.
Now, Heidi would probably take care of her, but
what?
I don't know.
I feel like she would have more issues at night because that's when Heidi works so hard.
Right.
I would hate for her to be trying to chase.
I don't think she needs to be there at night yet.
No. But she could go during the day and learn it without having to work it yet.
I don't know. Heidi tries to get her a good nap in the daylight.
She does.
Heidi will be.
But when they're out there now, she's not right up on Heidi anyway.
No.
Heidi stays with the birds. She checks on things as she needs to. But Holly likes to walk around where the goats are. She likes to go around the backside.
She does. Terry and Dana both asked how old is she, and I honestly don't know.
How old she was, we got her at 8 weeks, so she's what, about 11 weeks maybe?
When did we get her?
3 weeks ago.
Is that all?
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Y'all.
We'd have to look it up, but she's 11 or 12 weeks, something like that. Pawpaw's Kitchen asked about our predators. So, yes. We have our property is bordered by a creek that the backside of that bottom has a beaver pond, swampy area, and you hear a lot of coyote chatter down there. We talked about it on one of our lives, I think.
We got her December the 10th.
Okay. When my dad was out there staying in his camper one night, they actually heard the coyotes at like 2 a.m. They were up in the pasture and Heidi was fending them off. But the few nights y'all saw some pictures and video of us having a fire out there, I would stay on after Zoe and the kids left, just kind of watching it. And every time I would hear coyotes start before I would leave, and Heidi would take off. So they are out there. We lost an entire batch of broilers once to coyotes, and we've lost a lot of birds to hawks out there. Mm-hmm. Since Heidi's been there, we have had zero loss.
Right.
Because she even runs across the pasture barking at hawks when she sees them. circling.
We watched them.
We watched that happen. I didn't know what she was barking at, and I was like, she's barking at hawks. So, yeah, we have had predator issues in the past, but she took care of it.
So we got her on the 10th.
I agree, Dana. That's why I don't want her out there at night yet. She's not quite big enough to protect herself, and I don't want her being the prey.
Yeah, they know about the coyotes. They had it on video, them walking around in the daytime.
I saw one going across the pasture with cows. Shannon keep an eye on it the whole, just moving across their pasture. I did see that.
In the daytime.
I did see that.
Yes, that's crazy.
Hi, Ursula.
Oh, goodness.
But I do want her to start staying out there some, just to kind of start getting the hang out of it, just not at night.
She is a Great Pyrenees.
Mm-hmm.
Mom and Dad were on site, so she looks just like Heidi. He said he's in the middle of DFW and hear coyotes every night on a creek behind the house. They're everywhere.
They are. They're in the middle of cities all over the place. Oh, Martha, we've got a couple of donkeys, and I don't think they would go anywhere near them, but our donkeys are not with any of the other animals.
Yeah, we don't have them open. Once we finish getting the pasture closed in, we will put them out.
Do you see Jason's comment? I want you to read it.
He said, I saw a dog bark at a hawk once. The hawk snatched him out of the doghouse and whipped him with the 2x4. Oh, wait, that was a rooster. Never mind.
Foghorn Leghorn.
That's over my time. That's past my time.
You watch cartoons now. What are you talking about?
I never watched Foghorn Leghorn.
Well, you should. It was on. Yeah, you're missing out on good cartoons.
I watched like Rugrats and.
You didn't watch good cartoons.
Hey Arnold.
See, you didn't watch good cartoons.
Clarissa. Yeah,
I knew Cody got Wendy's deer.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, if Rhett was big enough, he'd take care of that. Her Rhett. Her dog Rhett.
Her dog Rhett.
Lucy said it's cartoon, Zoe.
I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know.
You never seen that big white rooster that torments that dog?
I don't know anything about it.
He snatched that dog out there and beat him with a 2x4.
My daddy had a blanket that had Tasmanian Devil on it, and I still don't know anything about Tasmanian Devil either.
I'm going to have to go buy some of those classic cartoons.
I bet they have them on this thing called YouTube.
Well, I know they do. But didn't I buy... Well, we don't have anything to play it on anyway. I bought some classic cartoons, Looney Tunes on DVD when I bought the kids.
Chance watched
DVDs for Christmas
all the time. He used to watch them all the time. She said, we have a mountain lion the next ridge over, lots of coyotes, fisher cats, foxes. What is a fisher cat? Is that like a bobcat?
I don't know. See you, Mr. Jim.
Bye, Mr. Jim. Just
watch the cartoons on YouTube. Yeah, that does make more sense, don't it? Well,
she said let her watch cartoons.
We bought the kids a bunch of DVDs several years ago, and they just had their own little DVD player in their room, and that was their thing. And I bought the classic Looney Tunes just so I could watch them, like the really old Bugs Bunny and stuff. But Zoe don't watch good cartoons anyway. We'll have to pull up YouTube and let her watch it.
Yeah, Grammy said Zoe needs to catch up, but Rhett steals the TV for his videos. Everybody said, poor sheltered child. She's too young for hey boy. I said boy.
That's what Foghorn Leghorn said.
Oh.
That's what he said. You have to say it in a really South Alabama accent. Like.
You do it. I want to hear you do it.
But she said, poor sheltered child.
Smaller than a bobcat, but vicious as all get out.
I think I've read something about them, or
We don't
maybe
have
do
them,
people
do we?
trap them or something?
We don't have those here, do we?
Not that I know of. I don't know. Never heard of any around here, and I've been in the woods all my life. And I hadn't heard of them. Not here. But isn't that what they trap? Is kind of the size of like a marten or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about them either because I thought a bobcat was a lion tiger the other day.
No. No, 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 no.
Well,
What
they
was
want.
it you
She wants
called
you to
it?
do it. Do it.
No, I'm not. What was it you called it?
Hey, Sarah.
I can't remember what you called it. God.
A jaguar or something.
No, I can't remember what you called it. But oh, I wish I could. I would tell them too if you did. If I could remember what it was you called that bobcat, I would tell them. But I can't remember.
Oh, the size of a mink. Okay. And leopards.
I'll have to look them up.
We don't have leopards here. Do
It's
we?
debatable.
Oh.
Folks say we don't, but
people see them.
Come on, cornbread, you got this.
He wouldn't do it. He didn't. He wouldn't embarrass himself.
No, not quite that bad. I'm doing enough of embarrassing myself as it is.
Fisher cat is in the weasel mink family. Means mean as a Tasmanian devil in the northeast. Oh.
Do you have links? I don't know.
I don't even know what
I don't know if they're. I don't know if they're native
I don't
here.
know what they are.
I have heard of them being around here. So just a pointy-eared cat, but I don't. I have heard of people seeing them and having issues, but I don't know if they're native or if something got out. Make an old lady happy.
I'll have to watch it and get it to make me a reel.
Wolfpack, they did. It's a really South Alabama accent that you hear. There used to be two guys. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. There used to be two guys that call football games, and I won't say what town they were in, but it was in Southwest Alabama. And we used to listen to them on Friday nights driving down to the hunting club just because these two guys calling a football game sounded like Foghorn Leghorn having a conversation with himself. It was absolutely hilarious. And they were calling the football games.
Bye, Miss Sharon.
And we used to listen to them just for that accent. But I can't do it, and I'm not gonna. I may surprise you at some point and let you hear it, but I can't do it.
You're so silly. He'll be practicing in the shower.
I may do it when I get off this camera, but
hey, Gail.
Being on here live, I'm making a fool of myself enough as it is. I don't need any help.
That's right.
And Zoe would end up chopping it out of there and making a reel out of it or something.
I would. I find to do that.
Yeah, taking pieces of the video out. Can't do it. I don't know. We might figure something out. If Jason can dance, I can imitate Foghorn Leghorn.
That's right. He ain't got no shame. None. Links.
Yeah. And they do. And like I said, you hear about them sometimes, but I don't think they're native to this area. But it's kind of like bears. We're not really native to bears, but you hear of them every once in a while around.
Swimming pool or something.
Not swimming pool.
No, that's alligators.
You gonna confuse an alligator and a bear?
Well, hadn't people been finding bears in their pool during the summer when it was hot?
I don't know. Around
like
here?
Mountain Brook or something?
No, I don't know about all that.
I don't know either.
They had an issue several years ago. They were dealing with a bear out past where our farm is.
Oh.
But they knew it had escaped from somewhere.
Oh, hey, Mr. Ben.
Mr. Ben joined us.
I saw Family Farm.
I saw a post, and I don't know how I missed it when he put it on there, because he was tagging Cog Hill, I think, showing that he had his pigs, and he said, I got them from Chestnut Hills.
Yeah.
And I missed it when he tagged it, but somebody else commented and I saw it.
Oh.
I think Cog Hill liked it or something, and that's why it showed me that they had liked it. And I was like, well, why didn't I see it when he first posted it?
That's right.
Now, Miss Sue, you should see plenty of bears down there. The guys I know of from Mobile area, they have them on their hunting cameras.
I want a moose. My name bear, she said a moose. Nick bought me a moose one time.
Can I do Elmer Fudd? I look like Elmer Fudd. I probably can't talk like him, but I can. They put a video out that shows working the cattle.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
That's right, yeah.
Oh yes, goodness. Terry, Alabama does have black bears. They're typically south of here, but...
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I just told you they have them on their hunting cameras down around Mobile.
Yeah, but you'd think they'd be up more north where it's closer to the mountains.
Well, you do see them in the mountains, but they have here. No, it don't. What?
No, you don't look like Elmer Fudd.
I do look like Elmer Fudd.
We'll have to watch that working cattle. I love working cattle videos.
I watched Dana's working cattle videos. Have y'all been watching Calfee cattle?
You need to check theirs out too. Cause
I would like watching them little dogs work.
There's some friends of ours here locally, and they're on it with their channel.
They are. And she said she couldn't figure it out. Their name was Calfee Cattle, and they were doing really good with pig videos. I said, it's probably Cliff. Cliff's watching all
them. We are too.
Butler family says sorry, it's 51 minutes long. I don't care. I'll watch it anyway.
That's right.
Hey,
if it draws us in, we're there.
There's no telling what we might watch. Most of these lives go an hour, and I watch everybody doing lives.
Yeah.
That go on there an hour at a time, shoots and utters.
That's cute. I like that.
Zoe reminded me one time.
She said black bear comes in her yard sometimes.
I don't want him in my yard. We were catching up on YouTube videos one time, and I had talked to Zoe about some of our content. Hey, we need to make it interesting. We don't want people being bored with us, whatever. And I wasn't wanting to do too many chore videos. And she said, look, people have already told you they want to see the chores, they want to see the animals. And she pointed out, she said, and he was making his shop for his warehouse stuff, for his merchandise. She said, do you realize we just watched Daniel clean his shop for the last 14 minutes?
Sweep the floor.
On our family, he was getting his shop ready for his merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, we just spent 14 minutes watching Daniel clean his shop.
Yeah, sweep the floor.
Okay, you got a point.
Garage. I mean, I know Miss Lizzie, she said she's become a professional live video watcher. Us too.
I try to. I have put my phone up on the dash with a live on while I'm driving, just so I can listen to it, because I get so far behind.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, people will comment on here and say, hey, did you see Lester do this? Or did you see? No, not yet.
If we wait till we run out of,
Jason digging up his garden.
Right.
Hey, I did watch that.
But, it's like, if we don't, we listen to them, because if we wait till we can sit down and watch them, then we
I don't ever make it. I get too far behind. Yeah. And hey, Julie and Andy.
I saw where they're doing really good. They've jumped a lot since Creator Conference. I don't know if you saw, are you in the Facebook page?
Mm-hmm.
She had made a comment about how
I saw where they were talking about their I think they made a post today about their puppies.
Yes.
Facebook told me Sue to take a break. I bet it did. I know.
It'll say, "Are you still watching?" Yes, I'm still watching. Leave me alone.
If I get on
Get
a
off my
live,
case.
because it's the same group, so if I get on a live, I know I'm gonna see Miss Sue comment.
I love it.
If I'm on Facebook, I know she's
Miss
watching.
Sue's everybody's mama. She just got a whole bunch of YouTuber kids. Oh goodness.
Oh,
I
good.
take a ride on the back of one of those babies. Yeah, Miss Carolyn watched Jason burning his wood. That was the day we went over there, and he was like, "Look at this wood," and it looks awesome.
It was later that day when we went to look at the orchard. That's what they had been doing. Sure was. Well,
she said the fudge I made, white chocolate with almond flavor and cranberries, salted pistachios, and Rice Krispies, was bad. She was bad. She ate them all. That sounds so good because I love anything with pistachios and cranberries.
Look, they're at 1,100 subscribers.
Awesome.
They just need watch hours.
Hey,
this right here is what got us our watch hours going live.
Yep.
Because everybody joins you and they can ask you questions and talk, and you get to have a conversation with people. It's not as bad as having to sit down and watch a video. You know, sometimes I just have a hard time watching all the way through because something else comes up and I have to try to remember to go back and finish later. If I get caught up in a live, I can just listen to people talking, and if I got a question, I type it in real quick, but it just depends.
She said all their puppies are 11 weeks old and all white. So they're the same size as Holly.
Yeah.
So they got a bunch of little Hollies running around.
A&W, stay with it. It will happen. I promise you. We stayed at like 60 subscribers forever.
Mr. Jason's talking to you. Be thinking about trading some space for a few jalapeno plants when it warms up.
I'll have plenty of space for it. Don't worry.
Yep.
But we appreciate you making it on here. He said this was the first time he's called live.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. If I miss it, I miss seeing family. That's how we are. This is our family. This is why we can do these lives every week, is because we look forward to
I notice when people aren't on here, and there's several that I have mentioned to Zoe, hey, we haven't seen them in a while. And
yeah, there's one specific from Facebook that I cannot figure out how to get a hold of.
Right. And I was glad I actually got to see one of the ladies that I've been wondering about. We were commenting on Wes and Angie's live right before us on Sunday, and she said, hey, Nick and Zoe. And I know she's still on there. People just run out of time or they get behind. That's not a big deal. I just wondered.
Hey, Ann Dale.
Miss Ann.
Yeah.
I just wondered about her, wondered if she was okay. And there's a lady that used to comment on everything on Facebook. And we haven't seen her in a while. So you not only get to know people, but you worry about them when you don't see them for a while.
Miss Karen said she knows I'm really busy, but she'd love to see more cooking videos from me.
Every time she posts a cooking video, our subscribers go down.
They do. Oh, gosh, they do.
I don't know why.
I told Nick he needs to start cooking more. He needs to do the cooking. Because if I quit cooking, we might go up some.
We may lose them all.
Grammy said his rat knocked out.
Probably.
He got quiet.
He was watching TV.
Chance had to go to bed, and I watched y'all when y'all were less than 100. That's right. Miss Terry's been here since the beginning.
She was.
Papa said, didn't y'all know Red is my grandson? Hey, Miss Cheryl Ann.
Mr. Ben said he's going to get a channel started.
Hey.
You
got your kids.
I don't tell anybody not to do it.
You got your pigs. You got your ministry. I would jump on it.
I would.
Miss Char.
Ran 3 lives at the same time tonight.
Woo. That's one way to do it.
Hey.
I'll listen to the replay of lives in the car if I miss this.
That's what
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
That's the only way I can stay caught up.
Working for puppy food here. Yes, I know it.
Hey, Wanda.
Oh, yes. So she sent me um a bunch of recipes for
Oh,
the
hey,
ground
he was
turkey.
what they were watching 3.
Oh, God, three, running three. That's a bunch of channels.
But you talk about the recipes. Zoe
That's what I was about.
made some of that ground turkey
Uh-huh.
tonight. She did teriyaki stir fry with ground turkey, and it was awesome.
It was like
It was really good.
she sent me several recipes. I wanted kid friendly recipes, and she sent me several, and I've actually got them wrote down in my notebook. And I found one where you do your stir fry vegetables with white rice and ground turkey and teriyaki sauce, and my kids ate it.
Rhett was all over
He said, "Did you put broccoli in this? Because it is so good."
it.
Did you put carrots? Because I really like these carrots. I mean, he was just.
He was breaking it down.
And then he needed more of it. So that ground turkey. I've never cooked ground turkey. And tonight was the first time. And I am sad that we haven't before.
And with raising the turkeys, it's even better.
It is. It is. That made
It's
it
even better.
better.
Lucy says she looks for current ones of the day, and if they haven't posted yet, she'll watch old
That's
ones.
what we
catch
do.
Up. We have to.
We start with most current, so we know what's going on
Y'all,
now, and then we catch up. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you,
Miss Nora
that
can't. She don't work, and she still can't keep up. I know it.
it's terrible.
It is.
We've talked about it. I cannot, under any circumstances, keep up with Lester.
Bye, bye, Miss Linda.
It's too much for me to be able to watch.
Yes.
All of it.
Right.
I think he posts things different parts of the day so that he has different audiences at different parts of the day, because there's no way you can watch everything he does. He works so hard at it.
Yeah.
And I can't keep up with everything that he does.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There's certain channels that are friends of ours that I absolutely try to watch everything they put out if I can, whether it's catching it at work, listening to it driving down the road,
because
whatever.
Sometimes that's the only way you can keep up.
I try to.
Uh-huh.
Because they're friends, and you want to keep up with what they're doing and what you got going on. But there are people that I have personally met and talked to, and I can't even remember to pull the channel up because I'm so far behind.
Yeah.
So when we finally sit down, I go to the ones we're subscribed to, and I just scroll through all of them to see how far behind I am, and to remind me, hey,
so and so.
These people, you know, I met them in Oklahoma, and I haven't kept up with their videos, so I'll go back and watch 2 or 3. It's just I get so far behind.
Valerie said, "Will we ever see a Brooke and Zoe cooking video?" Whenever they get the kitchen finished. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. Whenever we can get their kitchen finished.
They have talked about it.
Miss Lucy,
but that's not up to me.
Miss Lucy started watching A New Fella and His Family. Who'd you start watching?
I don't know how you have time to start watching somebody new. We can't get more subscribers. People don't have time.
Miss Tina makes chili with ground turkey.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
I would absolutely do ground turkey.
I think me and Brooke should do a cornbread comparison.
Do what now?
A cornbread comparison video. Who? Me and Brooke.
Y'all could.
Because we make 2 totally different.
Y'all's cornbread is very different.
Yes.
Mr. Ben said y'all need to do one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lucy, if you come to Pedal from the Past, you're gonna meet us, because we'll be there.
And if any of our friends are from going to the Okie Fest in June, we'll be there too.
The Okie Homesteading Expo.
Yeah.
We will be back in Oklahoma in June.
See you later, Butler
Nora
family.
said there's others she thinks about watching, but tell herself she has too many already. Thank you, Butler family.
A young guy just had his first set of yellow chicks. It wasn't the Eldridge family. I saw where their little 2-year-old had a bunch of baby. Oh, they had baby ducks, I think, that were yellow. But he wanted his bicycle instead of looking at the baby ducks. There are some people you just can't watch them do their chores again. I think about all my chores and just can't watch the same chores over and over. Right.
And that's what I think about, and then people are like, no, I want to see the animal. I can't just show around the chores every day.
Yeah.
We got to do something.
Yes, she was talking about the Eldridges. Yes, they just had the twins. They actually stopped at Cassie and Gary's on New Year's Day.
They did?
Yeah, Nick, you and Jason can do a dance-off.
No. If there's going to be a dance-off, Mr. Ben, it will be Farmer Rhett and Jason, because Nick is not going against Jason in a dance-off. I know better. Rhett doesn't know better. But
Rhett don't care, just like Jason don't care.
do know better. I'm not doing that.
That's so funny. Yes, they had baby ducks. I saw that. They somebody had mentioned them to us a couple of weeks back. Well, it was right before they had the babies, and I've kind of kept up with their story too.
Yeah, see, Lucy says Farmer Rhett and Jason. Now that might work.
Y'all, I hadn't even seen Nick bust a move.
Sarah, you might see me busting something, but it probably wouldn't be a move.
He said he don't have feet made for dancing.
I'm gonna bust a hip or a knee or something.
That would be something good. We should get with Jason. Him and Rhett do a video. That would be funny.
They would
do it. They would.
They absolutely would do it.
Uh-huh.
People would eat that up.
Yeah.
Of course, Rhett would take it serious.
He would.
I mean, he would be like wanting to win.
Oh, yeah. Jason would be like, yeah, this is fun. Rhett's like, no, I'm going to whoop your butt.
he would be
no, I'm going to shake my hips harder.
He would want to win.
Yeah, he danced today.
Rhett did do another dance today.
He had the wiggles.
I got the longer version of it. She couldn't fit on a reel. She texted it to me, and I'm like, what is he doing? All right.
It is bedtime.
Zoe, we got to let these people off here. Sarah wants Lester in on the dance competition. Now, Lester and Jason are on a totally different level.
Rhett can do it.
I mean, but those two are just on
so funny.
They're on a different level.
We let Rhett do the dance, and they have to mimic. Because he gets the hip wiggles. It's like he does the airworm.
What would y'all think? And there's no guarantee we would get a response on this. We may have to do a Rhett dancing video and send a challenge out and see who will answer.
That would be funny.
We'll just see who will answer it. Yeah. I don't care who.
They would do it.
We'll see.
They would do it. They get on here every once in a while. We might have to send them a clip.
We could do that. All right.
We got to go to bed. We did not sleep good last night. We had storms all night. It was terrible.
Storms and sirens and weather alerts kept me up all night.
We weren't supposed to get a storm till 3 o'clock this morning. At midnight, it felt like the house was falling.
Good gracious.
We're going to do it. I'm going to talk to Jason.
We're going to see if we can make that happen. We may just make the video and send it out and say, hey, anybody taking?
Yeah. Oh, Miles might do it too. West the Sun, that would be great.
You know Miles would.
He would.
We'll get Ransom to do it.
That would be so fun.
Yeah, we need to start getting these kids involved. We'll get Ransom and Miles to do it. They would.
All right, guys. We love y'all. We will talk to y'all on Sunday.
On Sunday.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Thank y'all, guys.